Jazzcast Pros.
Welcome to the Grace and Grind podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Pamela Brown-Grinion, and this is the space where we celebrate stories of strength, transformation, and purpose. But today, we are embarking on a different kind of journey, the journey of YOU. So with that being said, can we talk, ladies? Now, I know you haven't heard from me in a while, but I needed to take some much needed time to plan and prepare and just kind of realign the podcast and the business, my purpose, my mission, my vision, just to get a new sense of direction for what I was doing and where I was going. I kind of felt off kilter, if you will. And I just needed to have a little bit of a sabbatical and just, get into my head space and my soul space and figure out what it is exactly that I wanted to accomplish with all of these tools that I'm using to help you to transform your lives. So with that being said, I have some exciting things in store for you. And I'd like to share something that is near and dear to my heart. I've created a transformative emotional etiquette program for women. I'm calling it Emotional Weight Loss, Cleaning Out Your Emotional Refrigerator. It's for all ages, young or old, doesn't matter. It's not race specific. The only criteria is that you have to be a female. Okay. Now, why did I create this program? And I know you know me for executive coaching, workforce development, etiquette training, things of that nature. But in the course of my work, I meet a lot of women with trauma. A lot of women with trauma. 100% of the time when I'm doing coaching or training, I am dealing with there's at least one person in the group that is dealing with trauma. Usually there are a whole lot more, but there is at least one. 100% of the time, there is at least one person. And usually it's revealed publicly during the training or the group coaching sessions. And people ask me during those sessions, how can they continue to work with me when it's over? And then when I tell them how and how much it costs, people ask, can I create something that anyone can afford? So yes, I created something that is cheaper than a copay as if you were going to a doctor's appointment. Now, what is emotional etiquette? Emotional etiquette is having the ability to manage and express your emotions in a respectful, mindful, and socially appropriate manner. It involves your self-awareness, your emotional intelligence, and just simply being considerate of other people and being aware of their emotions as well. Where and in what context should this be happening? In your personal, professional, and social interactions. So in the holistic spaces of your life, you should be practicing emotional etiquette. Now, can you imagine how different your life would be or would have been if you learned emotional etiquette in your youth? Just think about that for a minute. I mean, I've pondered this question, I don't know how many times. I can't tell you how many times. Like, I have literally been thinking about this for the 3 months that I've been away. How different my life would be if I learned how to manage my emotions during my youth and in my younger ages, instead of allowing my emotions to manage me. And I think that is key. That is key. So when you ask the question, why emotional etiquette? Because over our lifetime as women, we experience some horrendous life-altering situations. And we're not usually taught how to heal from those experiences. We're just told, get over it. It's been these many years, you need to just put it away, forget about it. You need to forgive and forget. And, all of these little sayings that people share with us, but no one is actually teaching us how to heal from those traumatic experiences. And what I realize in my own life and dealing with trauma and being on the other side of trauma is that my experiences impacted my emotions. My emotions impacted my decisions. My decisions impacted my behavior. And my behavior impacted the lives of not just myself, but the people around me. Okay. Not just my behavior, but my decisions also impacted the lives of my loved ones. So the sooner we learn to manage our emotions more healthily, the sooner we can heal from trauma. Now, why do we need to heal from trauma? Because traumatic experiences can lead to anxiety, depression, PTSD, imposter syndrome, emotional numbness, and difficulty forming and keeping healthy relationships. All of those things critical for our just normal day-to-day survival. Now, I want to share the top 10 traumatic experiences that women endure. Now, understand that the list is not exhaustive. Okay. There are so many more, but I'm going to give you the top 10, and then I'm going to share some statistics with you for the top 5. So number 1 being sexual abuse and assault. Okay. Number 2, domestic violence. Number 3, childhood trauma. Number 4, traumatic childbirth and pregnancy loss. Number 5, workplace harassment and gender discrimination. Number 6, toxic relationships. Number 7, financial instability and economic hardship. Number 7, family estrangement and dysfunctional upbringing. Number 7, health related and chronic illness, or illnesses, I should say, and public shaming and societal judgment. Now, out of all of these 10, I have experienced all 10 in some way, shape, form, or another. So when I did the research to pull this list and I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, this is my life. This is my life. And so this just made this, it just made this even more important to me to want to do this training. Now, you might be saying, Pam, why are you doing this? Why, you teach etiquette? Well, because emotional etiquette is just as important as learning dining etiquette and dining mannerisms and how to walk with posture and how to, walk in a room and how to present yourself and how to do introductions. It is just as important to have your emotions intact as it is to know where does the fork go and where does the stemware, where does the stemware go? Anybody can learn that. Anybody can learn that. I can teach anybody that. But to me, I want to be able to impact people so that they're having transformations, right? Now, I can work with you and help you to transform yourself on the outside. Absolutely, hands down, no question asked. But to me, I know that part of my calling is also helping women and girls to heal from trauma. And with that, transforming their lives to become more self-confident and reassured that you don't have to be byproducts of your trauma for the rest of your life. So I ask you, are you ready to release your emotional baggage and reclaim your life and your self-confidence? I mean, like, really, are you ready? And I'm asking, are you ready? Because if you're going to embark on a journey where you're going to be going into your closet and pulling out your emotional skeletons, you have to be ready for that, right? You have to be ready for that. And this isn't, light work. This is deep down into the trenches of your soul and really exploring yourself holistically and making a decision that the time is now. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm tired of continuously falling in the same black hole. I'm tired of my life feeling like the life is being sucked out of me. I'm tired of feeling like a victim. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. Right? Yeah. So, with that being said, I want to go back to the statistics and then you let me know if you can relate to any of this because I've already shared with you that this has been all 10 of these things represent me. Okay. So for sexual abuse, sexual assault, more than 80% of female victims experience their first rape before the age of 25 with over 42% experiencing rape before the age of 18. That was me. Okay. Domestic violence. Approximately 25% of women in the United States have experienced physical violence by their intimate partner. Now, I can't say that I had a long journey of domestic violence because it was one hit and then that was it. I wasn't going to be the person that this was going to be my life, but some people don't know how to fight back. You don't have the strength to fight back. You don't know that you can fight back. You don't feel empowered to fight back. But that was ingrained in me from the time I started dating. My mother always told me, you do not allow a man to put their hands on you and you just take it. Right. So I didn't take it. It was one slap was enough for me. Okay. Now, 26% of women have experienced at least one incident of non-sexual domestic violence since the age of 16. I mean, the baffles me. It just baffles me. It baffles me that we go through this, but we do. We do. But why do we have to, right? Now, childhood trauma. In a study on child abuse, over 25% of girls reported experiencing some form of sexual trauma during their childhood. But trauma can also be because of neglect, abuse, and abandonment. It does not just have to be sexual abuse. Traumatic childbirth and pregnancy loss. Did you know that Black women have over 43% increased risk of miscarriages compared to others? 43% increased risk. This was really brought to my attention by Senator Samra. I was at an event on Saturday and she talked about this so passionately. I'm not surprised that this came up on the top 10 of the list. But I mean, it's so alarming that, something has to be done to help us to, deal with these numbers and to deal with these experiences. Workplace harassment and gender discrimination. Now, this is a conservative number, but it's estimated that 25% of women will experience workplace sexual harassment over their lifetime. 25% of women. That's like what, 1 in 4? So I want to get back to the question that I asked you a few minutes ago. You've heard the numbers, you've heard the top 10 list. I've explained to you what emotional etiquette is. I've explained to you that we're going to clean out our emotional refrigerators. Are you ready to release your emotional baggage? Are you ready to reclaim your life? And are you ready to reclaim your self-confidence? If you are, I'd like to invite you to join me in learning about the nuances of emotional etiquette and why it's so important and why it's so important for women. I want to help you understand. I want to help you understand your own emotional weight. I want to help you understand how to clean out and restock your emotional refrigerator, but in a healthy way, and then discuss everything in between. Right? If this is sounding like something that you like to participate in, I'd love to have you join me. I would absolutely love to have you join me. Now, when is all of this happening? We are going to begin on Tuesday, March 4th at 7 p.m. via Zoom. Okay. Now, what are my expectations from you? I want you to be in the comforts of your own home. I want you to be comfortable, dressed comfortably, be relaxed. I'm going to be dressed comfortably. Bring your journal. I'm not creating a full manual and all of that because I'd like to keep the cost down for you. Okay. This is how I'm able to keep the cost down by you bringing your journal, and then I'll give you the questions and you just, write it, just journal and write the answers. And then that's more cathartic as well when you're writing the questions and journaling. I want you to come with your favorite beverage. My favorite beverage is a cup of jasmine tea, or I also like Earl Grey, right? So come with your favorite beverage. You may want to have wine, you may want to have juice, whatever your favorite beverages, and then come with the expectancy of having a personal encounter with yourself while experiencing you. Come with the expectation to transform. Don't cheat yourself. Don't rob yourself of this opportunity, right? And then I want you to really think about, have you ever embarked on a journey like this before? Have you ever thought about the things that you have in your emotional refrigerator, what's needed and what's not? Have you ever thought about those things? If you haven't, this is the perfect course for you. Now, there is some pre-work and there will be homework, but let me tell you what the pre-work is. I want you to bring your bestie with you for moral support. That's number one. This isn't a journey that you should go through on your own and by yourself. Bring your bestie. If it's your best friend, your sister, your mother, bring your sister, your mother, and your bestie. Anybody that that has trauma and they need to start the healing journey, bring them with you to this course, okay, to this program. Also, I want you to seek out a professional counselor now before you start. Find a professional counselor because you're going to need them. You are going to need a professional to help you go deeper. I'm just going to be skimming the surface, but you're going to do some deep diving while you're skimming the surface. And I don't want you to be in a precarious situation. So that's why I'm saying I want you to seek out a professional counselor or therapist before you even start this program. Okay. Now, you do have to register for each session online. And the reason why you have to do that is because I have limited capacity. You may not want to come to every session. I suggest you do, because the sessions will be recorded, but they will not be available. They're just going to be recorded because I am going to create a more extensive model of this. This is kind of like a beta test, but I do plan to create a book and a journal from this. So it will be recorded, but the recordings will not be available. So please try to attend every session, okay? Because the program is built so that it builds each week from week to week. So you don't want to miss a week, because if you do, you're going to miss something, okay? So now that's it. That is it in a nutshell. So if this is something that you're interested in or something that you've been thinking about, I know you've been thinking about it. And it's time. It's time. Okay. It's time. You've been carrying this stuff for much too long. It is time. It's time to heal. It's time to be free. It's time to release. It's time to find and connect with your totally unique self, to become the person that God designed and preordained you to be. It is time. Now, I'm not trying to tell anybody what type of religion to belong to. I'm a God daughter, so I talk about God, okay? But whatever you do will get in where you fit in. Okay. But you will need your higher power. Okay. While you're going through this, I firmly believe that I could not have gotten where I am if it had not been for my faith and God. I couldn't. So just please come with you in mind. This is all about you. This isn't for anybody else. This is all about you taking your life back from all of the people that robbed you, that abandoned you, that betrayed you, that hurt you. Take your life back. Take your life back. Okay. So I'm just going to help you declutter and decompartmentalize and, but you will have to go do that deep dive. Don't be afraid to go into the basement. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to open up the closet. Don't be afraid to pull the skeletons out, because you cannot heal what you continue to conceal. And you can't conceal it from yourself because you know it's there. Right? You know it's there. When I was suffering with my trauma, I knew everything that was inside of me that needed to come out. I just didn't know how to get it out. I didn't know how. And I went on a journey with God. Okay. I truly, truly did. I went on a journey of self-discovery and I went inward. But I'm telling you, I could not have done this without God. So come and take advantage of this emotional etiquette course. Come and let me help you clean out your emotional refrigerator. All right. We're going to have some emotional weight loss. Are you ready? I'm ready, and I'm ready to guide you on this journey. Okay. So you'll be able to register as soon as this Thursday, the 27th. You'll be able to register by Thursday, the 27th. So come on in. All right. Come on in. I'm looking forward to working with you. All right. Take care. And until we meet again, always remember to create your totally unique day on purpose.